Hi, welcome to another edition of Our Texas Organic Garden. My name's Kelly, and this is the 14th installment, Spring 2019. Today I'm going to not only show you our garden, which is probably in the best condition I've ever seen it, but also show you how you can sow some problem seeds in containers first and then put into the ground, as well as some difficult seeds that maybe need to be put in a bag, plastic bag with a napkin and some moisture before you put them in a container or ground. And let's go ahead and get going. I'll go ahead and start here in this bed where we usually have okra and eggplant and such. This year I'm going to try just peppers and the shiso, that had Japanese basil, that has reseeded. If you look in the back, we have mustard. That was where the tomatillo's been the last 2 years. I thought I'd try something different there. This is starting to die out. It's getting a little bit old. We're going to have the seed. You also see the fennel blooming, the yellow flower right back there with the dill, and some red leaf lettuce. These peppers were here since the last year, survived the winter. And then we have Thai long beans here that I hope are going to go up this post that I added. Over here I moved Cuban oregano there from another location. We have Okinawan spinach next to it doing fine with some lemongrass there and lemon herb. This is a green globe artichoke about to bloom, and also we can eat some of those that don't bloom. Down below is edamame. The seeds are just starting to sprout. You can see some here. I have 3 rows of them, and I tried them maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it was too wet that spring and they rotted, but this year I hope they're going to be okay. Very nice Swiss chard here with some celery that's from last year. In the back we have collard greens, and then we have a variety of Korean green vegetable and a Japanese green vegetable, kind that you can find at H Mart just for variety of edible use. All right. If you need to know the name of it, let me know. I don't know at the moment. And over here you'll see the tomato, which is from last year. Remember what I told you before. If you see the sprig here that's in the dividing, go ahead and pick that, and then it will help them not get so leggy. Here's another one over here. Just pick it and see it's not going to be so leggy. It'll bush out more. Different variety of artichoke here. I've never tried these before. It's going to have a nice purple flower. Let's go ahead and look here what I was talking about with the seeds. Here we have the Thai long bean seeds. You can also use the same for black eyed peas. Sometimes if you just put the peas in the ground, they rot without water. I can also put them soaked for a few hours and put them in the ground, but they also might rot. I found out that they do better if I go ahead and just put them in the soil here in a container. Just press it down a couple of inches or an inch or so, and they're going to do much better here. Let them get established here and then move them after they're a few inches tall to the ground. Another thing here is the problem seeds, the difficult shell ones, like this is moonflower, but maybe the Goya bitter melon seed. Snip them when they're hard with a toenail clipper or scissors. Put them in the glad bag with a dampened napkin and close it. And after about 10 days or so, you're going to have this. See? Now, not all of them are so successful, see, but still they're sprouting. I can still plant these. And so I went ahead and put them over here. And if you want, you can put them directly into the ground, but I found these, when they're done in this way, tend to need this transition from the container before putting them directly in the ground. So this is another nice way to sprout seeds. Let's go ahead and look at this bed. This is where we've had the daikon radish, either Japanese or Korean varieties. The last 2 years we've put we've put potatoes here afterwards, and we're doing it now for the 3rd time. These are 3 varieties of heirloom potatoes. We have romaine lettuce here that's died out from the winter. We're going to let it grow to seed, as some bok choy back there that's completely dried out now, and a Mizuno mustard going to seed there as well. You may remember these. We had just planted them last time. These 2 varieties of heirloom carrots. There's a purple and a red variety. They'll be available to harvest maybe in another month or so. We go on over here. I decided to put some kale here this year just to try it, the red boar kale. This is a little problematic area that doesn't seem to grow things too well, but I got beets growing again here from last year. These are also from container. Some shiso moved over, and some lettuce and chive variety. Some Goya has started back there, but I don't know if it's going to come up. This is just the broccoli bed. At this point, that's all I have in there. It usually gets a little too wet to put too much else. Regarding seeds, this is the Hmong cucumber that I've been growing the last few years. These are seeds from our seeds, and I also find it tends to grow better first in the container and then we plant. So I'm going to put them this time over here where I've had Goya before, and also some Hmong cucumber. And Thai bean here. Now I'm going to try these over there. This is also okra, 3 varieties of seeds, heirloom varieties. They're going to be red okra and 2 longer green varieties. Here is Swiss chard, looking very nice. This is the peak before it gets too hot. And over here in this bed you'll see tomatoes, 2 different rows in the front and in the back that are from last winter. I was able to keep them covered for the nights it almost froze. Little silver balls on the top, old Christmas ornaments that can help keep birds and squirrels away. So far so good. Put the tomatillo here this time instead of in a pot. I'm going to see how it works. It'll branch out along the fence. Spearmint and peppermint that keeps reseeding itself over the years, as well as the shiso, Japanese basil in the back. If you come here and look at the first variety of tomato down there, there's a yellow one. That's actually ripe. It's a Lemon Boy tomato. That's our favorite variety. We've had it for 2 or 3 years now. The Lemon Boy is one that tastes like you put lemon juice over a sliced tomato. It's really, really nice. These are also tomatoes from last year, and if you saw the last video, you saw that we had lots of tomatoes growing in December, January. So I couldn't believe it that we were getting fruit that time of year. This smaller variety of oregano has been doing fine. I also had it covered over the winter, as well as the Satsuma orange tree here. It's getting bigger and bigger. We have bok choy that's going to seed now. This parsley is very nice. We use it for a variety of dishes, not only as a decoration. And usually we have Goya already growing here, but this year it's been a little late to get started on that. I've tried a couple of times and the seeds rotted, so I tried a 3rd time here. Hopefully soon the Goya will grow up like it usually does and cover over these berries. Red onions will be ready in another month or so, and these berries have had a very good crop this year. We've had maybe 10 or 12 pounds of the berries so far. This rosemary bush still keeps going strong. If you go ahead and look back through the garden, this is how it looks. Almost beginning of May. Can't believe it. And right here next to some blooming jasmine is you can see the grapes starting to come in. Last year we had a bumper crop of the Muscadine wild grapes, and it looks like we're going to have another good one this year. So go ahead and follow me. Here are the yellow onions. I think this is the best place to put them, semi-sun area. The third year we've had them there. Some more mustard and Swiss chard. The containers here, we're going to put moonflowers in because they're good to go up a tree. And we have a few more peppers. You see here Japanese basil, looking very nice. This is almost fully developed. We're going to pull up this garlic sometime soon. It's been there for a few months. The last thing I'd like to show you here is this Okinawan spinach. This is really amazing. I don't know if you've eaten it before, but it's very nice. Go ahead and cut it around here, cut it around the leaf there. You can even, when you saute it, you can even eat some of the bark there, some of the branch. It's very, very nice. We got this from maybe 2 or 3 cuttings, and in about a year it got so big, right? I put it on rollers in a pot so I can put it in the garage if it gets too cold, and yeah, that's really great. Where can you find this? You can find this at JRN Nursery in the Houston area. It's North Antoine near Highway 45. It's a Vietnamese nursery where they have lots of herbs and plants from Southeast Asia and East Asia you can't find anywhere else in the Houston area. So go there if you're interested in that kind of a garden like we have. That does it for today, and I hope to see you again soon in the summer when things are progressing along more. And so here's to happy gardening and happy Easter.